I mean, when was the first time you actually encountered Allah?
When he called the parliament when he came home from out of Mecca. You know, he called the parliament. He came home.
That was in April.
In March.
In March.
But he called the parliament for April.
Okay, April, right?
Right. That Sunday.
April '67.
Exactly.
Do you remember that? You know, with that parliament, what he was saying at that parliament?
Yeah, we're talking about the prodigal son.
Add on about that. Yeah, I remember you told me about that before, about the prodigal son.
Yeah, about how the prodigal son would return home, become head of the household. You know, and he started telling about how, you know, a king, you know, he had land and, you know, he had a couple of sons. One of his sons wanted to take his inheritance and go off and, you know,
Do his own thing.
he'd do his thing, right? The other son stayed with him. So, you know, that's how it went down. And the son that left, you know, he dealt with all kinds of shit. Whiskey, wild woman, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know.
He lost it all, basically.
Right, yeah. And he was like, you know, going around through it. He recognized, he said, damn, this is my father's land. He said, damn. He said, in my father's land, even the servants, they live good, better than how I've been living. I want to go beg my father, could I be a servant? Yeah, you know? So when he went, and his father seen him, he told his son, he said, yo, kill the fattest sheep. My son is home.
How the other son was saying, nah, he fucked up everything. I've been here with you all the time. You never gave a party for me. But the father said, man, that's my son that was lost in the wilderness and now he home. We're gonna rejoice, you know?
He said, yo, he left, man. He took everything.
That's the son, the person, one son that stayed with him said this, right? Yeah.
You know, I've been here all the time. You ain't never had no peace for me. He said, this is my son that was lost in the wilderness, and now he's found. He was dead, now he's alive, and we're going to rejoice forevermore.
When he said, this is my father's land, he stumbled up, you know, whiskey, when he fucked up everything, right? He said, this is my father's land. He said, damn, I'm gonna ask my father if I could be a servant, you know, here, because the servants live better than I've been living. But when he seen his father, when he close to him, he ain't had to be no servant, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's my son, I'm welcome, you know?
So, you know, that's how the shit went down.
Right.
You know?
Well, I remember you was adding on that you was saying that's to say, like, you know, brothers who kind of strayed away from this, you know, they always welcome back no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You ain't gotta hang out with them.
Right.
But you can't block him from this. You know?
He told us that, you know, basically that you can't shut the door on nobody. If your brother leave from this here, you know, and anytime he come back, he welcome. You ain't gotta hang out with him or no shit like that. But you can't shut the door like he ain't welcome. You know what I'm saying, God?
Yeah, that's a tough lesson though. That's a tough lesson. You know, you see brothers that, you know, stray away from this and, you know, like one who might have went savage or
Don't fuck with him.
say don't fuck with them, but just don't block me either.
Right. You know?
So, you know, anybody come back to this, man, you know? Especially if they got something to add on, and then they come on. They welcome.
I mean, don't block them from this, but you can block them from your own self. Like, I ain't got to deal with that.
That's how you exile somebody. You don't try to get everybody to fucking think what you think. If they don't think what you think, they might fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with people who fuck with people I don't fuck with. You know? So that shit is a hard one, you know?
That is a hard one. That is hard.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
If Mecca did this.
To see the entire complete film that these segmented clips come from, join 7 On Demand. Add on with me as we take our media to the next level.